Welcome back to the Football Heritage. Back again with another edition. Oh man, all the Arsenal fans, every one of them silent. They can't talk no more. Um, as you can see in the title there, that Arsenal crumbling under pressure. And that what is happening. Every time they celebrate too early. Every season they start celebrating in October, November, December, January. They celebrate too early. And this season is the same. They celebrate too early. They behave like they have already won the Premier League. That's how they behave. And as you can see, the way they play is absolutely disgusting. They are a terrible thing to watch, especially in the big games. They only play for set pieces, nothing. And the way they take their set pieces, the way their players surround the goalkeepers of the opposition teams, every game they play, is terrible. Absolutely terrible. They don't want to play football. Probably Arsenal want to play another sport. So the rest of the Premier League, you cannot allow a team that play like Stock City. I call them Stock City Pro Max. They play like Stock City. You cannot allow such team win the Premier League. Playing like Stock. They are absolutely, they are crap. They don't play good football. All they play for, if you look at the way they play, their wingers, the way they play, they will kick the ball on the fullback. The ball go all the play for corner key. Then the entire Arsenal fan base, they be smiling, they be singing. Ole, 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 corner key, ole. Disgusting. A terrible football team. How you want to win the Premier League like that, playing for only set piece? It's disgraceful that you can score set piece goal. It's not a crime. But if your only way of creating opportunities to score, the only way you can score or you can create opportunity is through set pieces, as a club that is first in the Premier League table, it's terrible. Absolutely awful. The way they play haram football, atrocious. So every other team, you have to go to the Emirates, or when you play against Arsenal at home, try to get at least a point. We cannot allow this terrible way of playing to win the Premier League. We cannot allow it. We cannot allow Arsenal win the Premier League playing the kind of terrible football. All they do, hit the ball at the defender, go for throw in or corner kick. That's all they do. Then you will see a group of guys surround your goalkeeper. They cause chaos. They call half an independent bar. Then they'll score or scrap a goal. They celebrate. This is haram football. And when you look at their attackers, let me give you a stat about attackers. Bukayo Saka come in front of the congregation. This guy has been atrocious all season. Terrible. But yet, he is regarded as a world-class player. He is nowhere near that level. He has been terrible, awful. He lost 13 games in all competition. Guess how many goals he has scored? 0. 0 goal in a last 13 games in all competition. This guy barely get past any fullback in the Premier League. But yet, according to the Arsenal fans, he is one of the best or the best winger in the world. But with 0 goal in the last 13 games. Victor Gyökeres, the guy who scored over 100 goals in 2 seasons for Sporting Lisbon. Victor Gyökeres, the missing piece for Arsenal to win the Premier League. They all ran around without signing in the summer that this is the guy that will take them to the Premier League title. Victor Gyökeres. He lost 11 games. 11 games in the Premier League. He has only scored a penalty. 0 goal from open play in his last 11 games in the Premier League. This is a guy, Victor Gyökeres, a guy who scored over 100 goals in 2 seasons for Sporting Lisbon. But he has only scored 5 goals this season in the Premier League. He lost 11 Premier League games, 0 non-penalty goal. Gabriel Martinelli, a guy who a lot of Arsenal fans regard as one of the best wingers in the Premier League. A guy who plays like a hairless chicken. Gabriel Martinelli, 0 goal in his last 13 Premier League games. 0. He has scored 0 goal in the last 13 Premier League games. But yet, according to the Arsenal faithful, they have the best players in the Premier League. Noni Madueke. This guy, Arsenal spent over £50 million to sign Noni Madueke from Chelsea. But since Noni Madueke joined Arsenal Football Club, he has scored 0 Premier League goals, 0. The guy brought his goal drought from Chelsea. So he played some Premier League game for Chelsea from last season to this season. 25 games. He lost 25 Premier League games, 0 goal. This is the guy you spend over £50 million on. Can Noni Madueke lead you to the Premier League title? The answer is no. Noni cannot lead Arsenal to the Premier League title. This is a guy who lacks end product. He will do something wonderful with the ball, but to give a perfect cross or to score, he's unable to do those things. No end product. That's what Noni Madueke will give you. No end product. Can you imagine? He hasn't scored a Premier League goal this season. And the guy who has been Arsenal best player this season in attack Leandro Trossard. Trossard last 11 games in all competition. He managed to score only one goal. This is the Arsenal attack. This is the attack. A team that set 17th place when it comes to non-set piece goal. Goal from open play. Arsenal sits 17th place, scoring goal from open play. This is how terrible the team is. They play like Stoke City. Arsenal is the modern Stoke City. We cannot allow them to win the Premier League. The modern Stoke City is Arsenal. We can't sit and allow a modern Stoke City to become champion. They are terrible to watch. All they do is look for set pieces. That's how they survive. Their defense has been brilliant all season. But if you get at them, they will make mistakes, as you saw on Sunday. If you press them, they're going to make mistakes. And Arsenal, higher goal scorer in the Premier League this season. Leandro Trossard, 5 goals in the Premier League. Victor Gyökeres, 5 goals. And Ungo, Mr. Ungo, is one of the top goal scorers for Arsenal this season with 4 goals. Mr. Ungo. Relying on set pieces. That's their only chance. This is the only way they create set pieces. How can a team rely on set pieces? They don't create anything. They don't. Let's get to the captain. Martin Odegaard. Tell me, what does the guy create? He's a liability. Then they will compare. They had the audacity to compare Martin Odegaard and Bruno, saying that Odegaard is better. How? Arsenal fan, you say Martin Odegaard is better than Bruno, and the statistics prove that Bruno better than Odegaard. Bruno, since Bruno joined the Premier League, he has created the highest chances in the Premier League. And this season, having started playing deep this season because of Amorim playing in a terrible team, yet Bruno has the higher assists in the Premier League this season, 10 assists. Where is Martin Odegaard? How many goals has he scored in the Premier League this season? How many? How many assists he has this season? How many? He's one of the problems of Arsenal. Because this guy, most of your passes is always on the right. Play the ball on the right to Saka. To the right, to the right. Every ball you have to the right. Every ball to the right. Watch Odegaard. Almost all his passes to the right, to the right, to the right, to Saka. And hopefully he can put in a cross that will hit the defender for corner kick. That's how Arsenal play. To the right, to the right. Every ball you have to the right, you must find Saka. Spin around. Too many touches. Scared to create anything. That's what he does. When you play the ball into Odegaard, you will have too many touches. Instead of playing or quick forward passes, your build-up play is too slow. And the way Arsenal approach big games, they go into big games to get a point. They don't go into big games to win. Like the Chelsea of Jose Mourinho, 2004, 5, 6 Chelsea of Mourinho. And I tell you, go to Stamford Bridge, the first 15 minutes, they smell blood already. They coming after you. They didn't care whether you're a big team or not. Top of the Premier League, they smell blood. They want to kill you. Manchester United, under Sir Alex Ferguson. Top of the Premier League, you go to Old Trafford, whether you are Chelsea, you are Arsenal, they could smell blood and they're coming after you. They ain't going to pack the balls. They ain't going to defend or play scale tactics like what Mikel Arteta always do. Scared to attack. No. They will attack you. Attack, attack, and attack. But unlike Arsenal, every big game approach scare tactics. If you watch the game on Sunday, they score a dodgy goal to make it 1-0, deflected, ball deflected only Sandro Martinez. What did they do? They panic. They absolutely panic. You could see it in their body language. You can see it in their faces. They panic. They were scared. And the worst thing that happened, a team that top of the league, playing at home, not even against a team that competing with you for the title, but against a team that have been struggling all season. The way Arsenal came out in the second half, totally flat. They were flat, confused, and they set back. They set back. In the beginning of that second half, Arsenal sat back. In the beginning of the second half, they sat back. I couldn't believe what I was watching. How are you sitting back, playing at home, top of the league? The game is 1-1. Then you sit back at the beginning of the second half. You surely want to win the Premier League? Do you really want to win the Premier League, Arsenal? I don't think you want to win. Because a team that want to win the Premier League, they will go for it. If they lose, they will lose. But they're going for it. They won't sit back at home, top of the league, when the game is 1-1. How dare you sit back? And they got punished. They got punished for sitting back. And now, they are crumbling. Don't be surprised if they drop points at Leeds United this weekend. Because Leeds, they are on form right now. Don't be surprised Arsenal drop points against Leeds United. Don't be surprised. It's possible. It is possible. I can see it happening. And this is what happened every season. The second phase of the season, Arsenal will be top of the league. The second phase of the season, they will just bottle it. And the mentality of the coach, he still has that Everton DNA. Because Everton, during his days when he was playing for Everton, they always play for a draw in big games. So that's the kind of mentality he has. He always approach big game with scared tactics. He just want to get a point. And this going to make Arsenal to lose the Premier League. This will make them not to win the Premier League. Because the coach mentality is awful. Awful mentality from the coach. He's not going to win the Premier League with that kind of mentality. He's not. He will not win the Premier League with that mentality. Gunners. It is. You guys are crumbling again. You about to bottle the league again. Despite Man City being inconsistent, I can still see them winning the Premier League. Learn how to close your mouth. Learn how to shut up, Arsenal fans. Win something first before you talk. Try to win. And I can see you winning the Premier League. I don't see it coming. I can't see you winning. I think you're going to lose. I don't think you're going to win. Because you don't create anything. If a team can defend properly against your set pieces, they're going to get at least a point. We all saw the Liverpool game. All the corners and the free key, Van Dijk and Konate dealt with them. The same against Nottingham Forest. The same against Nottingham Forest. They dealt with all your set pieces. And this is why you depend on the score, set pieces. Set pieces. Set PFC. That's what you are. Know your place, know your position. You have won nothing to run your mouth like you're Real Madrid. You are not. So know your position. Know your place, Gunners. This team will let you guys down again. They will not win the Premier League. They won't. And you guys going to cry again. Every year they're going to give you hope. Every year you're going to be hopeful. Every season, every time, you will be hopeful. And you are struggling. Your strikers, every one of them, struggling to score goal. The entire attack. One of the worst attacks in the Premier League. So, please do subscribe. The link is in the description. And to all you Arsenal fans out there, you don't have to run your mouth. You know exactly what time it is. This is the time of the season that your team collapse. This is the time of the season that your team crumble under the pressure. This is the time. This is the time of the season. So, Arsenal, don't talk. Don't talk. Let your team win first. This team is awful. Your 2022-23 season, that team, they were brilliant to watch. But this team that Mikel Arteta has assembled, having spent Over £1 billion. This is what you get. Haram football. This is what Mikel is giving you guys. Set pieces. Relying on set pieces to score. Scoring set pieces. Scoring with set pieces. Scoring from set pieces is not a crime. But the reason why everyone is complaining, because Arsenal, you guys are relying on set pieces to score. That is what you do now. Rely on set pieces to score. You are relying on set pieces to score. And it's not sustainable. Relying on set pieces to score goals is not sustainable. It is not. And you guys, as you are aware, for the past 3 games, you have gotten 2 points from 9. You didn't score against Liverpool, even though Liverpool are one of the worst defenders in the Premier League this season. You didn't score against Nottingham Forest. You didn't score against Forest. So, again, Manchester United, you score 2 scrappy goals. It's not sustainable. If Mikel doesn't change his tactics, the way you guys play, you're not going to win the league again. You will not win the league again. Promise you. You're not going to win the league again. I promise you that, Arsenal. And playing like that, I don't want you to win. Because your football is terrible. You cannot be playing that way and win the Premier League. No. Your football is terrible. I don't want you to win like that. Stock City Pro Max. You play like Stock. Arsenal is modern day Stock City. Relying on throws and corner key. You bought a striker that scored the most goals in Europe. Won the European Golden Shoe, Victor Gyökeres. But look at him now. So is it really a Gyökeres problem or coaching problem? Because Arteta, as a coach, no striker has strived under Mikel Arteta. No striker. Jesus failed. Failed. Every striker he signed failed. And I don't think the system Arteta play with, I don't think the system is suited for a point striker. I don't think so. I don't think that system suit a point striker. And you guys are creating absolutely nothing. If you watch that Manchester United game, how many big chances that Arsenal created in that game? 0. Nothing. Nothing. You are not creating. And look at Eze now. Eze has turned to a terrible player. Look at Eze. Eberishi Eze. He looks terrible. He is not the Eze from Palace. Obviously not. He doesn't look like the Eze from Palace. Eberishi Eze does not look like the player from Palace. Even though he has 4 goals in the Premier League, he scored a hat-trick against Tottenham, that was a 10/10 performance. The game Eze played against Tottenham was a 10/10 performance. I was like, wow, Eberishi has arrived. But as soon as Martin Odegaard, CKA, to the right, every ball you have to the right, that's his name. Every ball is to the right, to Saka, to the right, spin around to the right, spin around to the right, with no creativity in him. He scored, Eze scored against Palace, then he scored a hat-trick against Tottenham. So he won 6 points for Arsenal this season. But apart from those 2 games, he hasn't been performing. Coming off the bench most of the time, 15, 20 minutes. Don't you think with the way Odegaard is performing, the way Odegaard has been terrible, he hasn't been good enough. So don't you think that Eze deserves a run again, like 3, 4, 5 games in a row, at least to get his confidence back? He needs to start at 3 to 5 games to get his confidence back. Because the way I see Eze right now, there is no confidence. He lacks confidence. So, why Arteta not giving Eze the opportunity to play 3, 4, 5 games to start? Because look at Odegaard. What is Odegaard doing? Nothing. This is the worst captain in Arsenal history, along with probably crybaby William Gallas. I've never seen a captain ever that have been hooked up many times, especially in big games. Every big game, this captain will get substituted. So why this guy, almost every game, he will get substituted? Why? Your captain, the man that's sort of rally around the group, he that's supposed to motivate the other team, his teammates. He's not. He's the worst captain that I've seen at Arsenal Football Club, being an outsider. As a Manchester United fan, the worst captain I've seen at Arsenal Football Club is Martin Odegaard. He is not a captain material. He's a terrible captain. He's not like Patrick Vieira or even Thierry Henry or Cesc Fabregas level or even Robin Van Persie as a captain. He's not. I'm not even going to mention Tony Adam. He's not on those guys' level. But yet, Mikel Arteta trusts him than any other player. Don't you think Declan Rice or Gabriel deserve to be captain of Arsenal? That they look like a real leaders than Martin Odegaard. Because Odegaard will not lead you to a Premier League title. He can. Noni Madueke, your coach Bob Madueke, why over £50 million to buy a reject from Chelsea? He's a reject. Noni Madueke is a Chelsea reject. This is a guy who doesn't have end product. 0 goal this season in the Premier League. He has scored 0 Premier League goal this season. He last 25 games in the Premier League, including from last season with Chelsea. Games from last season with Chelsea. 0 goal in 25 Premier League games. You went ahead and bought him. Instead of allowing a young player on your team like Nwaneri, instead of giving Nwaneri more game time, but you went and bought Noni Madueke, a player like Chelsea didn't want. You bought him. I don't know. It's still a secret between Arsenal and Chelsea. Do Chelsea have something on Arsenal that every time they will go and get the reject from Chelsea? Because if you look at when Ashley Cole joined, at that time was, if not the best left back or one of the best left back in world football, at that time, 2006, when Ashley Cole joined Chelsea and Gallas went the other way. Gallas was a reject from Chelsea. And Arsenal willingly got Gallas for Ashley Cole. And you look at David Luiz, another reject. David Luiz, another reject. You went and got him. David Luiz. Willian, another Chelsea reject. Willian. Jorginho, another reject. So why is it that you guys are in a habit of getting reject from Chelsea? Do they have something on Arsenal? Or are they blaming you guys that they have something on you? If you don't get a reject, they're going to expose you. Why you keep getting reject from Chelsea? Then you went and spent £65 million few seasons ago on Kai Havertz, a man that failed at Chelsea, that Chelsea wanted to get rid of him ASAP. Chelsea wanted to get rid of Kai Havertz ASAP, and you went ahead and spent money on him. 65 freaking million pounds on him. On Kai Havertz. And what has he done? Nothing. Then this summer, he said, no, Chelsea, you took the phone and call. I need one of your reject. So, oh, we have Noni Madueke. You willingly went for Noni Madueke. And you bought Noni. Willingly bought Noni Madueke. And now, Noni cannot even score a Premier League goal for you. So, Mikel has created his own problem. He has spent the most money than any other manager in Arsenal Football Club history. But he has won nothing. Since he started spending money, he has won nothing. And I can see Arsenal losing everything this season. Forget being top at the moment in the Champions League. The Champions League is all about the knockout stages. Being top at this stage is good, but you don't boast being top at this stage. What matters, the knockout stage. If you look at last season, Paris Saint-Germain struggled in the group stage. But what happened in the knockout stages? They beat all the English teams. Newcastle United, Liverpool, Arsenal, to win the Champions League. So I do believe you guys are going to lose the Premier League title. So if you are just joining us, please do subscribe. The link is in the description. And Arsenal will bottle the Premier League title. Peace. I'm all here.